are two useful driving assist features in the Kia Niro. The first being your basic lane assist, which as long as there are two painted lines on the road, the camera will pick those up. So if I hit this button, you can see that the lines on the road are actually illuminated in this display screen. And there's a green light on that says driver assist is now active. But there is something called smart cruise control that can actually hitch you to the car in front of you. And to do that, you go to your left hand here and choose this car with a speedometer. And the speedometer will actually be important. So now, I've hit the button and it's hitched me to the car in front of me. And the next thing you need to do is actually choose how fast you're willing to go to follow this vehicle, because this car may decide to jump up to 80 miles an hour, and if I'm not willing to go that fast, the car is going to disconnect us. So right now I have it set to 4 car lengths. You can see those 4 ticks, and I can adjust the distance with this button here. So if I want to close the distance to that car to 3 car lengths, the car will now speed up to close that gap. The important thing here to remember is, once you've connected yourself to the car in front of you with this button, you do need to adjust the speed that you're willing to go, because if that car turns and makes a right, your hands should always be on the steering wheel and you are in control and responsible for this car. But if that car turns, the max speed will be achieved. So the car will try to achieve 71 miles an hour, which is very fast, coming up to a little town here in Vermont. So just remember, put your lane assist on first. If there's a car in front of you and you want to use cruise control, hit this button here. Then adjust the amount of speed that you're willing to go to follow this car. And then you have 4 different distance options to the car in front of you. And if we look at our display, we can see that our proximity sensors sense the back of that bumper. This line will move a little bit. So if I decide to close the gap between us, I can go down here and hit this button, and now you can see I'm at a distance of 2, which is not really safe. You could bring it to 1 or bring it back to 4, and the car will slow itself down. One interesting thing about this whole process is that if you check your fuel economy, if you check how much energy you're using, I've noticed that the car can drive itself more efficiently than I can drive it. So I've been working with this, where you hitch yourself the smart cruise control to the car in front of you, and watching my percent charge. And actually, the car was able to achieve 53 miles per gallon. I don't know where we are in this trip, but it was 53 miles a gallon, and it was putting energy back into the battery. So today's trip, so I'm at 53.8 miles per gallon since I started this trip. I haven't done, it's all hybrid. I don't have much battery left, but it's using its battery in hybrid mode. And if we were to stare at this, I believe, just like this morning, it put 2 miles on the battery while I was connected in my work commute to this fella in front of me. So I would say I'm impressed that the car seems to be able to drive itself more efficiently than I can. So a nice feature to the car.